all, actually. Not in the beginning. I mean, I still it was going to just a normal like social event. That's how it first started, and just get it practice using almost my friends as a practice ground. And really sort of starting to experiment with how I was going to talk about myself. And then as I got more comfortable, somebody, when you start talking about being an entrepreneur, this is the one thing you're going to find: other entrepreneurs really want to help you. I know it sounds crazy, but they do. Yes, it is competitive and this and that. But when it comes, there's something really special. And I'm sure, Michael, you'd agree with me that, people really want to help. And so folks would tell me eventually, oh, well, maybe you should go to this event. It's a networking event. So I would go. And one thing would lead to another. And that's how I sort of started building more and more momentum. And I always say I had to kiss a lot of frogs before I found my prince of a client. And and so that's how I ended up sort of building my client base up. But before we sort of move on to the next business, so what was interesting is, again, I never really wanted to do PR. I wasn't passionate about it. It just sort of it started being lucrative, and I was good at it. But there still felt like there was something missing. And 3 years later, my husband, now he was my husband, and I went for a summer to Germany, to Europe really, but to watch the World Cup. And I still remember watching the sunset, and I still had to write a press release and answer email. And ordinarily that wouldn't be a problem. At least now I wouldn't even think so, because I love what I do so much. But back then I was unhappy again. And I realized it was because I didn't like what I was doing. I had steered away from my original goal, which was to change the world. And so long story short, I ended up selling the PR firm, giving basically the
So
book of business to a larger PR firm.